We're in the Library of Celsus, or the ancient Library of Celsus right now. And in fact, what you see here is just the facade of a much larger building. And, you know, for all of the things here at this ancient site, the ruins are spectacular. And if the ruins are spectacular, you know the city had to be amazing. Some scholars argue about this, but they put the population of the city at about 225,000, and they get that by taking the size of the theater, which is 25,000 people, and then multiplying that by 5 and adding all of the slaves on top of that. So the slaves, of course, were not allowed to attend theater. So what you see here on the video is the facade of this library, 250,000 volumes of different books. Think about this, this was way before the printing press. So we're talking about handwritten scrolls, handwritten books, filling this amazing library, and just a real center for education. You know, Ephesus was a center for education. The seedier side of this is underneath the library there are tunnels that lead to the brothel across the street. So history tells us that men would come here, they'd say to their wives, hey, going to the library, and in reality they would come over here and they would descend down into the tunnels underneath the street and hit the brothel. So, you know, 2,000 years later, the nature of humanity has not changed at all, which is really sad. But obviously, at the same time, a great place to plant a church and to bring the message of the gospel. As I look that way, I see the top of the road that is kind of like the Cardo, the main road. On the right to the left, you had marketplace, you had different places where certain gods could be worshipped, and then it makes a sharp turn, passes the theater, and ultimately ends at where the harbor would have been at. So, an incredible sight. You know, this is the last place we're visiting on our trip, and we've arranged it like that because it really is kind of like the cherry on top of the sundae. It's one of the most fascinating Greco-Roman sites in the world today. And literally, there are thousands of people here. Cruise ships come, they dock, they bus people in, and I can see even more people come through the gate right now. So anyway, this is the beautiful facade at the Library of Celsus.